The council chamber fell silent as Denver stepped into the circular room, his boots echoing against the crystalline floor. 7 species sat before him, representatives of the Galactic Union. Each one evolved from apex predators on their respective worlds. The Vraxians with their chitinous armor and razor-sharp mandibles, the Krell with their serpentine bodies and venom sacs, the Thornbacks all muscle and fury. They had conquered stars, bent physics to their will, and never known the taste of fear, until humanity arrived. Human Denver, the Vraxian ambassador, clicked, its translator rendering the sound into something comprehensible. "We have studied your species for 3 cycles now. We have questions." Denver smiled, that peculiar human expression that never quite reached the eyes. "Ask." The Krell ambassador slithered forward, its hood flaring. "On every world we've cataloged, there exists a natural order. Prey and predator. The strong consume the weak. But your homeworld..." It paused, tasting the air with a forked tongue. "Your homeworld is an anomaly. Tell us, human, what hunts you?" The smile on Denver's face widened. He looked around the chamber, meeting each set of alien eyes in turn. "Nothing," he said softly. "Any more." The word hung in the air like a blade. "Explain," demanded the Thornback, its voice a guttural growl. Denver walked to the center of the room, where a holographic projector hummed to life at his gesture. Earth materialized above them, blue and green and beautiful. "My species evolved on a death world," he began. "Oh, I know, you've all heard that before. Every species claims their homeworld was harsh. But let me tell you about Earth." The hologram shifted, showing vast grasslands. "We were prey once. Small, weak, slow. Everything hunted us. The great cats with their claws and fangs, the wolves that hunted in packs, the bears that could crush our skulls with a single swipe, the crocodiles that lurked beneath the water, the snakes with venom that could stop our hearts. Even the insects, tiny things that could kill us with disease. So you were weak," the Vraxian observed. "How did you survive?" "We learned," Denver said simply. The hologram showed early humans running across the savannah. "We couldn't outrun the predators, so we outlasted them. We developed persistence hunting. We chased our prey until it collapsed from exhaustion. Do you know what that requires? The ability to cool our bodies through sweat while running, the mental capacity to track for days, the sheer stubbornness to never ever stop." The hologram shifted again, showing humans with primitive tools. "We couldn't outclaw the cats, so we made better claws. Spears, arrows, traps. We turned our weakness, our fragile, useless bodies into our greatest strength. We built tools. We built weapons. We built civilization." "Many species use tools," the Krell interjected dismissively. "Yes," Denver agreed, "but we became obsessed with it. Every predator that hunted us we studied. We learned their patterns, their weaknesses, their fears, and then we hunted them back." The hologram now showed ancient cave paintings, humans hunting mammoths, saber-toothed cats, dire wolves. The great predators that once fed on us, we made them extinct. Not through chance.
Not through climate change.
Through systematic, deliberate hunting. We turned the tables on every creature that had ever preyed upon us. Allison entered the chamber then, carrying a data pad. She was smaller than Denver, but her presence filled the room just as completely. "The ambassador asked what hunts humans," she said, her voice carrying clearly. "The answer is more complicated than you think." She touched the data pad, and the hologram shifted to show humanity's history. Wars, plagues, disasters. Nothing hunts us now because we eliminated everything that could. But here's what you need to understand about humans: we don't stop. We can't stop. When there was nothing left to hunt us, we hunted each other. For thousands of years, we were our own greatest predators. The council members shifted uncomfortably. "Disease?" Allison continued. "We learned to cut it open, understand it, make medicines that killed it. Natural disasters? We built structures to withstand them, systems to predict them. Starvation? We reshaped entire continents to grow food. Every challenge that should have destroyed us, we turned into a problem to be solved." Denver picked up the thread. "You asked what hunts humans. Let me tell you what we hunt instead. We hunt knowledge. We hunt understanding. We hunt the very secrets of the universe. We looked at the stars and said, we will go there. We looked at the atom and said, we will split it. We looked at diseases that killed millions and said, never again." The hologram showed humanity's expansion into space. We didn't leave Earth because we conquered it, though we did. We left because we're restless. Because there's something in our genes, our culture, our very souls that refuses to stop moving, stop learning, stop pushing forward. We're the descendants of prey that refuse to die, of survivors who turn their weaknesses into weapons. You fear us, Allison said, and it wasn't a question. You've seen our ships, our weapons, our determination. You've heard the stories from the Kryn border wars, where a single human ship held off a fleet for 3 days. You've read the reports from the Zexian trade disputes, where human negotiators never blinked, never backed down, never accepted defeat. We fear what you might become, the Vraxian admitted quietly. Denver's smile finally faded. Then let me ease your fears with the truth. We don't want to conquer you. We don't want to destroy you. We've already been the apex predator. We already know what it's like to have nothing left to hunt but ourselves. It nearly destroyed us. He looked at each council member in turn. We came to the stars looking for something better, not prey. Not enemies, partners, equals. Other minds to share the universe with. We've spent our entire evolution fighting predators, fighting nature, fighting each other. We're tired of fighting. Allison stepped forward. But understand this, we remember. We remember what it's like to be hunted. We remember what it's like to be prey. And we swore as a species that we would never be prey again. That's not a threat. It's a promise to ourselves. So when you ask what hunts humans, Denver concluded, the answer is nothing. Because we killed it, outlasted it, or made peace with it. We're the species that looked at the food chain and said no. We're the species that took a death world and called it home. We're the species that turned every disadvantage into an advantage. He paused, and that smile returned. Warmer this time, more genuine. But we're also the species that learned finally that survival isn't enough. We want to live. We want to explore. We want to build something better than just another empire of predators. The question isn't what hunts us. The question is, what will we become now that nothing does? The council chamber remained silent for a long moment. Then slowly, the Vraxian ambassador stood, followed by the others. It was a gesture of respect, one predator recognizing another. We understand, the Vraxian said, and we accept your partnership. As Denver and Allison left the chamber, walking side by side through the corridors of the station, she glanced at him. Think they really understand? Maybe, Denver replied. Or maybe they just understand enough to know they don't want to find out what happens if they become something that hunts humans. Allison laughed, and the sound echoed through the alien halls, distinctly, undeniably human.